What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and today it's time to review Chucky Season 2, Episode 5, Doll on Doll, I believe it's titled. This episode continues into the weird and wacky. We already know the direction of this franchise at this point, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm still hanging on and watching just to see where things go. And in this episode, we get a little bit of the Catholic school, church, whatever, with the teenagers, and we get a little bit of what's going on with Tiffany / Jennifer Tilly and over there and the craziness that's going on over there. So we'll cover both sides, starting with at the school. The very beginning of the episode, we get a fight between the buff Chucky and what is now called the good Chucky, and apparently he is totally good. At least he thinks he is. I mean, this Chucky doll is the good Chucky, which is an interesting twist on things. It's gone so crazy at this point. Oh, well, who cares? Throw whatever. I don't consider this crap canon, to be honest. Canon to me is pretty much original Child's Play through pretty much, I would say, Bride of Chucky. Early in this episode, we get that fight, which is cool in concept, but in execution, and a lot of this is because of the lower budget, it just looks wonky. It just looks, it looked like a fan film, just to be honest. And I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, not Don Mancini's fault necessarily, but they just don't have the budget, I would guess. Obviously, we are so many years later as compared to the original Child's Play, 1988. And you would think the technology should be much better now, and I'm sure it is, but they just can't access that technology for whatever reason. They can't get the animatronics right, and they can't really incorporate much CGI, which is, I'm not saying I want CGI, but man, that looked wonky. And I've never been a fan of the multiple Chuckies in the first place, so for me, it's like, okay, whatever. This is just bizarre craziness, and I'm in for it. Why not? So we get this crazy fight between good Chucky and buff Chucky. Good Chucky gets the upper hand, throws knives at buff Chucky, and now he's got him pretty much, up against the wall like a crucifix, hanging there with his hands nailed up to the wall. And okay, everything goes, I guess. Meanwhile, Jake, for some reason, is just really concerned about good Chucky. I got to help him. I got to save him. And they're like best buds now. And I don't really understand that. But for whatever reason, I guess it's possible because Jake is just so messed up. And he's lost so many friends and family members. His little, adopted brother or whatever in the first episode. I don't really remember his relationship with the little boy. But that boy got blown up. So maybe he's now looking at Chucky as, he's just got so much turmoil. He's just so messed up inside that I guess I can buy that it could happen. But at the same time, I find it pretty crazy that he would embrace any Chucky doll right now. Like, they are out to kill Chucky. That's been the goal the entire time. And now all of a sudden, after they brainwash this Chucky and he's nice for a little bit, now Jake thinks he's his best friend. Devin, on the other hand, is like, bro, it's Chucky. It's Chucky. We got to kill every Chucky doll there is. Makes perfect sense. What, you're going to let this doll live? Just going to let him out free? You're going to keep him as a pet? What are you going to do? So it is interesting, but stupid, but interesting. We also get a little development in the relationship between Lexi and the new character, Nadine. It's pretty interesting. Nadine trying to help her. Obviously, she's having this drug addiction. And, okay, everything is interesting enough, I guess, on that side of the coin. But then we jump back over to Tiffany and the craziness over there. Still a little bit interesting that Tiffany's, Jennifer Tilly's sister is there, visiting Jennifer Tilly, but knows that something is wrong. Like, this ain't Jennifer. This ain't Jen. And that's why she starts asking her, remember the time that, and then Jennifer Tilly, being kind of funny, Tiffany is like, oh, it's so long ago. Yeah. Oh, uh-huh. And she's pretty funny. She's got a nice comedic tone there. But okay, I never liked the Jennifer Tilly story. I don't like that Jennifer Tilly, the actress, exists within the Chucky franchise. All this is just old news. There's nothing I can do about it now, and we're all in for it. So what can you do? Stop watching and say, sucks. This is just a bunch of Seed of Chucky crap. That's an option, but I'm in it for at least this season, and we'll just see where this season takes us. And from there, I'll decide if I'm going to continue watching for season 3, because it's not a guarantee at all. But anyway, they kind of have a, prelude to a kiss kind of thing going on. If you've seen that movie where one person has changed bodies with another, and another person who knows that person knows this ain't that person. Like, they can't really explain it, but they know this ain't that person. And that's what's going on here. And finally, she figures out what's going on when they follow Tiffany into another room. And there we have the doll, the Tiffany doll, which is now Jennifer Tilly. And Jennifer Tilly's like, Meg, it's me. And it's so pretty crazy, pretty weird. Of course, then Tiffany and Jennifer Tilly's body completely slaughters Meg, which you can pretty much see coming what else was going to happen there. And Jennifer Tilly is pissed. Jennifer Tilly in the doll is pissed. And then she's trying to have a conversation with now Glenn. They bust out the old Glenn doll. Glenn recognizes the doll, says, "That's me." It's all just bizarre, and I have no clue where it's going from here, but we definitely have. I mean, if we were going to put a percentage of how much of the previous movies are implemented into this series, Seed of Chucky is a good 60-70%. I mean, it's heavy Seed of Chucky in this TV series, and this season anyway. So, and that's my least favorite in the franchise. I just get some dumb fun out of it, which is pretty much what this series is. The same thing. Dumb fun. Not that I enjoy it. I think it's good, and not that I'm like, yeah, awesome. Just dumb fun. I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time on it. But at the end, they follow the breadcrumbs. They eventually find. Last episode, we found out Kyle's still alive. This episode, we find out that Andy is still alive, even though there's a Chucky who's toying with him and messing with him and torturing him. So getting a little payback from Andy torturing the Chucky doll. And what was that? I believe that was the beginning of Cult of Chucky. I don't know if there's really a lot of big positives for the episode. I mean, I just watch them. I was just trying to get through them. I didn't have a lot of laughs. I mean, other than Jennifer Tilly was a little bit funny from time to time. There's some serious moments, but then any serious moments are pretty much instantly done away with just wacky comedy and just insanity in the episode. It's all over the place. And when you're trying to just implement everything in the franchise, that's pretty much what we're going to get. I mean, that's where the franchise is at this point. We will get some good stuff from time to time, like Curse of Chucky, where they backed off on everything. They gave us a fresh story and brought us some new characters. But then they kind of went back into the weird, and now with the multiple Chuckies in Cult of Chucky, and then we get this TV series, and now everything goes because now Jennifer Tilly's back full on, and we're trying to just implement everything, even a little bit of Andy, original Child's Play and Child's Play 2, a little bit of Kyle, Child's Play 2. We don't have too much from Child's Play 3, but obviously there's quite a bit from Seed of Chucky, and obviously Bride of Chucky with Tiffany, where she was introduced. And so we have everything, and everything goes. And even Nika's still here representing the new movies. It's just a big mesh of everything, and I don't know how you make it work. But I guess shout out that he's making it work somehow. I mean, the series is happening, and it's going. Not to mention new characters from, it just, I feel like it was a mistake, but I guess I can't call it a mistake because it's Don Mancini's choice on how he wants to do this, and everything is canon. He's going with it. So personally, I would have preferred a little more of a fresh story, or pick some old movies where we're gonna go with a Nika. I believe that we should have had Nika. We should have had the new characters, but it's just too much. It's just too much and too crazy. But hey, I mean, I guess it's all right. And when you add everything together, plus the fact that it's on a TV series budget, and you get wonky looking Chucky, and it just doesn't look that great. The kills are average. I mean, basically, we have some spectacular kills that stand out, like the crazy one from last episode where it goes right through the guy's chest and takes out his heart. That was pretty gnarly. But that aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is just not for me, and I'm not really enjoying it that much. I'd give this episode maybe a 5 out of 10, and that's the best I can do. Sorry, guys. This is just too much for me. We're going to make it through this season, and that might be it as far as watching this show for me. I don't know. I'm a huge Child's Play fan, but man, and I'm concerned now about the new Friday the 13th TV series. I mean, budgets count. Budgets matter. I mean, especially when you're doing something like bringing a doll to life. You don't need a big budget for every concept. But for this kind of concept, you need some money behind that to make it look good. They don't have it. Maybe I need to, hook them up. Y'all got a Patreon Chucky TV series because y'all need some help. So you guys have a fantastic one. If you're enjoying the channel and the reviews, please hit that subscribe button. And there's also a join button down there if you want to help on a monthly basis. That would mean a lot. We're just getting going here. Hit 2,000 subs. We've got a long way to go, but we are not giving up. We're going to keep on pushing out the content here on Eric's House. Music reviews, movie reviews, Bon Jovi talk, as well as horror talk, of course. So you guys have a great day. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe, and we'll see you.